Welcome to Mr. Minister. May I ask, what is the opinion of Poland to the Cyprus problem?
Thank you for invitation and for organizing this interview. We closely monitor the situation. For years, of course, we were unhappy because of the division of the island, and we hope that this is the biggest opportunity right now that the island will be unified. So we closely monitor the process of debate and negotiation between the leaders of both sides. I understand that the negotiations are becoming difficult and tougher right now because they will relate to the territory and to the property and compensation for the property. But I wish you all the best, and I hope this will be a successful outcome, because Europe is actually expecting that the Cyprus problem will be solved and will not affect the relationship in Europe and also between Europe and NATO.
Okay, especially with regard to the security issue, what is your position with regard to the recent statement by Mrs. Mogherini, it was Cyprus a few days ago, that the best guarantee for security in Cyprus is its own capacity as an EU member?
We will not interfere, of course, in negotiation. We will accept the solution which will be discussed and negotiated by the leaders of both sides. And of course, any solution is supposed to be proper and important for you. So the best, of course, solution is the one which is based on the mutual concept and agreement, and will not interfere, of course, in the final solution.
According to the Brexit, do you believe that should be a common approach from all countries, members of EU?
This is the way we are working right now in Europe. We have a few months ahead till March. We expect a notification from London in March to start negotiation on Brexit, and I hope that till March next year we'll be able to build a common approach in Europe. We have to think also not only about divorce with United Kingdom. We have to think also about the future relationship between United Kingdom and European Union, but we have to find also a common approach how to reform Europe, how to make Europe better. And this is the most difficult situation, because Brexit is not caused only by the decision of Brits in United Kingdom. It's the decision it's the result of unskilled negotiation, opposition or attitude of bureaucrats in Brussels. So we have to think also how to, during the Brexit discussion, reform European Union.
How do you see the future of EU and NATO relations?
This is the first unfrozen conflict, I would say, because during the Warsaw NATO summit we signed the Warsaw Declaration about the future cooperation of the European Union and NATO. And it's an optimistic situation right now that both institutions may cooperate, and I hope that the more you solve your problem here in Cyprus, the better it will be also for the future cooperation of European Union and NATO.
And finally, what is your opinion regarding the EU-Russian relation?
That's a difficult situation, of course, because Russia has a problem to accept a situation in Europe after the end of the Cold War, and is trying to build a new security architecture. We try opposite, to use the security architecture which was built after the end of the Cold War and attract Russia and provide a dialogue to Russians. The European Union and NATO is trying to develop a privileged relationship with Russia. The problem is that these solutions are unsatisfactory for Russians, and they just want to create a completely new situation in Europe. Shortly speaking, briefly speaking, they prefer to come back to the old-style 19th century diplomacy in Europe. There is no support for this kind of a solution in Europe.
Mr. Minister, thank you very much for the interview.
You're welcome.